Hello friends, let's crack UPSC Civil Service examination with Unacademy, India's largest online learning platform. I am Mohan K. I'm a geophysicist, author and teacher. Friends, you can learn from top educators like me. You can see their pictures and names here. Friends, presently I'm working as Associate Professor of Geography at Bangalore University. I have a teaching experience of 12 years and a research experience of 15 years. I authored two books on geography and environment, Just Pure Orders Volume 1 and Volume 2. So please don't forget to check them out on Amazon. I've traveled to more than 100 countries as a geophysicist. I'm an NatGeo certified educator and explorer, friends. I'm also advisor to NDRF on geohazards. Friends, for any examination, test series plays a very important role. Without mock test, you will not be able to crack the examination easily. So our test series are designed in such a way that you will easily crack the prelims in your first attempt. I request you all to make sure to avail these services so that you can crack the examination easily. You can notice we have 28 test series as well as 56 test series, which includes 20 GS and 8 CSAT, the first one, and second one consists of 40 GS and 16 CSAT tests, friends. So please make sure that you attend these test series regularly, friends. So these test series are very important for your UPSC preparation. Friends, in Iconic subscription, you are going to get a lot of benefits like study planner, personal coach, mains question answer practice, at the same time one-on-one with the educators. So wherein you'll be able to clear all your doubts, at the same time you'll be able to clear the examination easily. You can notice our plus and Iconic subscription, friends, here for 36 months, 24 months and 12 months. Please use my code MUPSC to get discount. And also you can notice our optional subscription, friends. You can see the 36 months, 24 months and 12 months tariff, as well as you can use my code to get the discount as well. Friends, we all know that UPSC preparations and sometimes get very tough and many students give up because of financial burden. So many of the students will not be able to get the financial support from their family, especially when their preparation exceeds more than a year. So we at Unacademy know your difficulty and we are providing you loan so that you'll be able to continue your preparation. This helps us a lot, and many students who don't get financial support from the family or from workplace, we are providing you through by giving you a loan so that you'll be able to continue preparation. So we don't want you to give up your dream of becoming a civil servant just because of a financial constraints you are facing. So please avail these services, friends. Make sure you apply for loan and make sure you continue your preparation with Unacademy. Friends, we are starting prime time. So prime time is for those students who are preparing for the UPSC examination and they require current affairs on all aspects of UPSC examination, whether it is geography, whether it is history, whether it is politics, science and technology, environment, disaster management, current affairs, correct? All these are very important for the UPSC preparation. So we at Unacademy are coming up with a prime time wherein all the important topics, all aspects that are happening around us will be covered here. Friends, we have Chandramouli sir for polity, Ravi Agrari sir for science and technology and environment, and Mohan Krishnamurthy, that is me, for geography, disaster management, friends. So I request you all to keep watching our channel so that you'll get regular updates about current affairs. So this is going to be very helpful for your prelims examination, friends. Make sure you subscribe to Unacademy's UPSC CSE English channel as well as our primetime channel, friends. So friends, in today's class, I am going to discuss certain aspects of geography. We all know geography and environment plays a very important role in the UPSC examination, and regularly a lot of places are in news, and many of you will be struggling to locate them on the map. At the same time, you will be struggling to know what's happening around us. There will be certain topics that you will not even come across in the regular newspaper. So we at Unacademy, in our prime time, we are going to come up with those topics which are in news. At the same time, Those are very important for the UPSC examination. And these topics will be covered in such a way that we'll be able to quickly go through those topics in a short span of time. So this is going to be time saving. At the same time, it's going to cover your current affairs. So for geography, all of us know there are so many places around the world which are always in news. And how to remember them? Many students normally what they do, they mug up. So they make up current affairs, and by the time they have prelims examination, there'll be a lot of material to go through. They'll be unable to cover all the topics, friends. So what we are doing here is we are going to make a concise notes of for all these topics, and we are going to make a video of it so that it will be very easy for you to understand. And whenever you feel free, you will be able to rewatch those videos. So friends, so I've selected certain topics for today's class, wherein many of you might have heard of this, but many of you might be struggling to understand what these topics are. So these are the topics which are in news. So when I start these topics, most of you will be shocked that, oh, such a topic exists. Okay. So some of the important topics I'm going to cover here today, and many of you would have heard of this, but wouldn't have known the exact concept behind it. So in prime time, we are going to discuss all the topics which are in news, which are in current affairs, in a very brief form. Let's start with the first topic, friends. Nusantara. So you can notice the first place in news. Many of you might have heard of this, correct? Nusantara. Okay. I request all of you to have Atlas when you attend this particular class, because Atlas is very helpful, friends, and along with that a small notebook so that you can note down. Okay, so what is this Nusantara? Nusantara is actually a new capital of Indonesia. So all of you would have heard of this, that Indonesia is shifting its capital, correct? From Jakarta, they are shifting it to a new place in East Kalimantan of Borneo Island, correct? All of you might have heard of this. So many of you would have already read about this in the newspaper, saying that, okay, Jakarta is sinking, and why it is sinking, correct? That I'm going to discuss now. And where are they shifting? So everyone knew it is Borneo. Everyone knew it is somewhere in East Kalimantan, but where? Where exactly? So that is Nusantara, friends. So Nusantara, can you notice this? A place actually is derived from, the word has been derived from a Sanskrit word, Dvipantara. You can notice that word, Dvipantara here. Dvipantara. So it is actually derived from a Sanskrit word, Dvipantara. It was coined by a king of Majapahit Empire of 13th century. Please remember this. So the word Dvipantara means all the islands of Indonesia. Okay, so please remember. So it includes all the islands of Indonesia. So we are talking about Indonesian archipelago here. So archipelago is a group of islands. And we all know Indonesia is the largest archipelago, friends. It has around 17,000 islands. Okay, so please notice that here. You can notice all the islands of Indonesia are marked here. You can notice the names here, starting from Sumatra. You can see Java, Bali, Lombok, Sumba, Sumbawa, Rinca, Borneo, Celebes. Okay, so western part of Papua New Guinea, there is New Guinea region. All these are part of Indonesia, friends. So there are 17,000 islands in the group here. So Indonesia is the largest archipelago. So this you need to remember first. Okay, so you can notice Java here. Please notice Java here. Okay, all these islands are located along the converging plate boundary between Indo-Australian plate boundary here and the Sunda plate here. Okay, so Indo-Australian plate here is colliding or converging with Sunda plate. As a result, there is subduction causing a trench formation here, friends. You can see a trench formation here called as Java Trench or Sunda Trench, which is formed due to subduction. On the other side, the sediments are folded, compressed and uplifted to form island chains. So these are the island arcs that are formed, friends. So this has to be remembered. So most of these islands are volcanic in nature. So Java here, you can notice, has the highest population density. We can see a city, Jakarta here. It is the largest city of Indonesia and the present capital. So notice that Jakarta is located in the northern shore facing the Java Sea. Okay, so please notice this, Java Island. So many of you would have heard of other places like Semarang, Surabaya, You can notice Bandung. All of you might have heard of Bandung Conference of NAM, right? So this is the one. So please remember this. Okay. So Jakarta, as of now, is also headquarters of ASEAN, and it's a very important place in Indonesia, friends. So Indonesia's capital Jakarta has a very large population, and all the people here in Jakarta use groundwater as the main source of water for drinking, cleaning, washing purpose. So what happens when you excessively use water? So the groundwater is pumped out every day through borewells. So over the period of time, we call that as overdraft. Overdraft is excessive use of groundwater. Correct? If all the people in the city are using borewells every day, what would happen? Eventually, the aquifers will go dry and entire city starts submerging or sinking under its load. So that's happening in Jakarta. So entire city of Jakarta is now sinking. What happens when the city sinks? Please remember this. Please notice this. It is located on the coast. As a result, the seawater moves inland. So that results in the submergence of Jakarta. And also Jakarta is very polluted at the same time. It's a very large city. Population density is very high. It is facing other urban problems as well. So now, Indonesia capital has decided to shift it to a new place so that they'll be able to address those issues. So where is it? They are planning to shift it to from Jakarta to Borneo Island. In Borneo Island, the southern part is Kalimantan. Okay, here, East Kalimantan. You can notice that here. East Kalimantan is the place where they are planning to shift the capital. So all of you know this part. So where in East Kalimantan? Here, near a place called Samarinda and another place called Balikpapan. Near Balikpapan and Samarinda, the new capital is going to be shifted. So please remember this place. I am going to mark that here. Here. The new capital is going to come up here. Near Samarinda, friends. Here. So notice that equator passes through Indonesia and it passes through Borneo Island here. Please remember this. Okay. Indonesia is an equatorial nation. So what happens near equator? Every day it receives very good insulation. Convection takes place. Warm, moist air rises up. The clouds form and they precipitate back. Correct? So every day there are thunder showers near equatorial areas. So Indonesia is very known for equatorial evergreen rainforest. It's one of the largest rainforests in the world. Okay. So Borneo is almost entire Borneo is covered with dense equatorial evergreen forest, friends. Okay, this Borneo Island is the third largest island in the world after Greenland, Papua New Guinea. Third one is Borneo. It is also largest island of Asia. Okay, it is also largest island of Asia. You have to remember that. Okay, so please remember it is located where? To the north of Java and Bali Island. Okay, so you have to remember the location of Borneo here. You have to remember this, north of Java here. So this Borneo Island is part of three countries. One is Brunei, you can see here, Malaysia and Indonesia. So Indonesian part is called as Kalimantan. You can see that. Indonesian part is called as Kalimantan. And the eastern part of Kalimantan is the place where the new capital is going to be shifted. It is located between Samarinda and Balikpapan. So please remember, friends. Okay. So for the construction of this new capital, nearly around 10,000 acres of forest will be cleared, and also $33 billion have been dedicated for this capital, friends. So these things are factual, and I don't want you to remember the factual information, but please remember. So this is going to be a new capital location, Nusantara. So remember the name. So till date nobody knew the name. So this is the name of the new capital. So all the other details, correct? You can see that, you can read that here. Okay. So Indonesia, the new capital is going to come up somewhere around 2024. Okay. And also other information I have given here so that you can gradually read that. So explanation part I already have discussed with you. So location is very important, and they are going to ask you where is it located. That is location. What is Nusantara, you know, where the word has been derived from, and also you know the location of the new capital city. Okay, so please remember this. Okay, now they'll be asking you questions on Borneo Island. UPSC always does that. So they'll not go directly to the topic. So they'll just mention Nusantara is the new capital city of Indonesia. It is located on which island? So that will be the question. So the location is Borneo, I told you already. So they'll ask that question. On which island? Okay. Or sometimes they'll ask Borneo Island belongs to how many countries? Three countries I told you. Brunei, Malaysia and Indonesia. I told you Malaysia here consists of Sarawak Sabah here on either side, and you can see Brunei and Indonesia, three countries. So like that UPSC will ask you questions related to the island itself. And location of Borneo they might ask. Where is it? To the north of Java Island. That also I'll show you here. Please see. This is Borneo. So north of Java. So they might ask you a question on Java Sea also. Where is it located? Borneo is located. Notice this. To the south is Java Sea. To the north is South China Sea. So they'll ask you which island is located between South China Sea and Java Sea. Okay. So this kind of question they can ask. Okay, or they can say statements. They can give you 3 statements. They can give you, and they can ask you which of the following statements are true or correct. Okay, so this kind of questions you need to remember, friends. I already told you the formation of these islands. They are formed between 2 converging plate boundary, Indo-Australian plate on one side and the Sunda plate on the other side. Okay, so these are all the volcanic island arcs. Okay, which are very important for the exam, friends. So please remember the location, Borneo. So Nusantara is the new capital. So that's clear to all of you. Now, another place is Vidian. Do you know it's the new capital of Egypt? Egypt is also shifting its capital. Where? To a new place here, to the east of Cairo. Friends, first you need to remember, Cairo is the largest city of Africa. It is the largest city of Egypt. It is one of the most populous city and population density is very high and it is facing many urban problems. Okay, the present capital Cairo is facing many problems, urban problems. So the Egypt government want to shift it to a new place, and that is being constructed in a desert here. The place name is Vidian. The Vidian is plural for Wadi. Wadi means dry riverbed. If you have been to Rajasthan or if you have been to any desert, you would have seen there will be so many valleys which will be dry, or occasionally it will be occupied by some seasonal stream during rainy season. Okay, Wadi is a dry riverbed. Okay, and the plural form of Wadi is Vadian. So Vadian is going to be the new capital of Egypt, friends. So they are trying to decongest Cairo by shifting it to the new place. Where is it located? Just to the east. Okay, so between Cairo and Suez, you can see the Suez. Okay, the Suez port here and Cairo here. Just midway between Cairo and Suez. This is the new capital, friends. Okay, it's already under construction. It will be shifted to Vidian somewhere around 2040 to 50. Okay, so it's the present capital Vidian or the future capital Vidian is going to house nearly 40 million people. It will be able to provide employment to a large number of people. Okay, so this is very important, friends. The factual information you can see here. I don't think UPSC will be concentrating more on that, but just for your information, I have given you the location. Okay, now before continuing, I want you to remember the location again on the Egypt map. Okay, I would like to mark that here. You can see the red dot. Okay, so please locate the place, friends. So the new capital is going to be Vidian here. So all of you know Egypt is located where? In the northeastern part of Africa. Northeastern part of African continent is one of the largest countries of Africa and one of the fastest developing countries of Africa. Okay, you can notice that the Nile River flows through Egypt. So Egypt is called as gift of Nile because remember this Nile River is known for very ancient civilization, friends. Egyptian civilization. You can notice I've located places like Luxor, Aswan Dam built on Nile, Cairo, correct, Alexandria here. So you can see the Nile River draining into Mediterranean Sea here. So please remember this, friends. Okay. Also you can notice the Suez Canal. It was constructed between 1859 to 1869. Okay. Ferdinand de Lesseps, a French diplomat, designed and constructed the Suez Canal. You have to remember this as well. Okay. From North Mediterranean Sea, it connects it to the Red Sea. The Suez Canal reduces the distance between Atlantic Ocean and Indian Ocean. It connects Mediterranean Sea to Red Sea via Gulf of Suez. You can see here. Okay. So this is Egypt. Please remember friends, this is very important. Because of the Nile River, the 3% of Egypt is fertile. Rest 97% is desert. So there is another information for you here. 97% of Egypt is barren, dry, desert. Only 3% is fertile along the Nile River Valley. So that shows the importance of Nile River for Egypt. Okay, so please remember. You can see this side is a desert known as Nubian Desert. Okay, this side is Egyptian Desert. All of them are part of Sahara Desert. Okay. So the Median, the new capital, is going to be next to east of Cairo. Please remember this, friends. It's a very important location I have given you here. Next, Sejong. Do you know South Korea is also shifting its capital? Yes. Sejong is going to be its new capital. Already, like many departments have been already shifted to Sejong. It has been considered as a de facto capital of South Korea. It's a self-governing special city, smart city, friends. Sejong is located, you can notice the location, just south of Seoul. Here. The Sejong city is located where? To the south of Seoul city, you can see. So before we continue, I want all of you to notice Korean Peninsula. I have given a map of Korean Peninsula here. Notice that the Korean Peninsula consists of two countries, North Korea, South Korea. And North Korea borders China, Russia and South Korea, three countries. And South Korea borders only one country, North Korea. Notice the surrounding water body. It's surrounded by three sides water, so the name Peninsula. You can notice Korea Bay, Gulf of Bohoi, LOC. You can see East Sea or Sea of Japan, Korea Strait here, Korea Strait. So these are the water bodies around Korean Peninsula. So notice North Korea and South Korea are separated by 38 parallel, DMZ, demilitarized zone, friends. You have to remember the location. The present capital Seoul is very close to the border. At the same time, it's very populous as well, the largest city as well. So we are shifting the capital to Sejong now. Okay. So please remember, Sejong is another city. You need to remember South Korea's new capital. Remember, I am covering those topics which are in news, but many students don't know. Okay. So remember this. Another country that is in news, Ukraine. Correct? Yes. So friends, remember, UPSC will always ask questions based on geography because there are certain topics like war, they'll not be able to ask the questions in prelims. So presently, Russia and Ukraine both are in news because of the ongoing war between them. So UPSC will be asking questions related to Ukraine's geography, Ukraine's location. Okay. So which are the areas under Russian control as of now? So all those topics which are in news will be asked in the prelims paper, friends. So I'm going to cover this in brief so that all of you can easily remember and you'll be able to easily recall that in the exam. So you should know, in Europe, the largest country is Russia. And also, Russia is a transcontinental country. It is part of both Europe and Asia. Okay. So largest country in the world is Russia. It is part of both Europe and Asia. So you all know that. Now, Russia being the largest country, which is the second largest country, Ukraine. Ukraine is the second largest country by area after Russia. So where Ukraine is located? It's located in the Eastern Europe. You can see Europe map here, Russia here and Ukraine here. Please notice this, friends. It is the second largest country after Russia. Okay. Second in size. Please notice Ukraine here. It's a East European nation. Okay. So friends, please remember, we are not going to comment about who is right, who is wrong here. We all know in any war, innocent civilians' life are endangered. So our sympathies to them. So we are going to continue discussing the Ukraine geography here, friends. Please notice Ukraine is surrounded by many countries, like starting from one, Russia. So location they'll be asking one. Then you can see Ukraine is surrounded by Belarus, two, Poland. It is sharing borders with many countries here. Please notice Slovakia here. Then Hungary here. Then Romania here, 6. Then Moldova, 7. Please note this, friends. It is bordering 7 countries. So this is very important. So Ukraine is bordering Russia, Belarus, Poland, Slovakia, Hungary, Romania, and Moldova. Okay. So the border you have to remember. Ukraine is located to the north of Black Sea and Sea of Azov. Please remember this. Black Sea here and Sea of Azov here. You have to remember these two water bodies. Okay. So I'm going to mention that. Black Sea, the Sea of Azov. Very important locations, friends. You have to remember Sea of Azov, Black Sea. You have to remember Crimea Peninsula here. Crimean Peninsula here. I'm going to write that here in red. Crimean Peninsula. It is surrounded by Black Sea and Sea of Azov. Okay. There's a small strait called Kerch. What are straits? Strait channel passages are narrow waterway. Are basically waterways which separate land, connect two water bodies. Okay. So please remember this. Strait of Kerch here and the Black Sea here. So please remember, Russia is accessing Mediterranean Sea through Black Sea. Okay, so Black Sea is very important for Russia as well as other countries here, friends. Through this Black Sea, Mediterranean Sea and Atlantic Ocean and Suez Canal are accessed by these countries. Okay, so Russia is bordering Arctic in the north and Pacific in the east. So most of the Russia's border is with the Arctic Ocean. So it has access to cold waters, but access to warm water is very less. So that becomes very strategic. For Russia, Black Sea is very strategic. So that you have to remember. So geopolitical importance of Black Sea is very high for Russia as well as for Ukraine. And also Black Sea is very rich in oil reserves, polymetallic nodules. Okay, marine resources are very high. Okay, so now Ukraine location all of you have seen. Please remember this. It is surrounded by 7 countries. Okay, of this you can see Moldova here. Many of you think it has coast with Black Sea, but we'll be addressing that later. Okay, Moldova is a landlocked country. Remember that. So for now, all of you have understood the location of Ukraine. Please see the location, friends. You can see again here. I mentioned the countries also, just in case if you are unable to locate. I mentioned the location. Now we have to understand the geography of Ukraine. Please notice the physical map of Ukraine here. So Ukraine is bordered by certain mountain ranges. So especially in the western part here, you can see Carpathian mountains. You can see this is Ukraine, and the western part you can see Carpathian mountains here. Carpathian. So these Carpathian mountains start in Poland and they continue towards Ukraine. So the name Eastern Carpathians. Eastern Carpathians here in this region. You can see Polesian lowlands because of Poland here. It is called as Polesian lowlands here. You can see a major river here, Dniester. It is pronounced as Dniester. D silent here. Dniester. It's pronounced as Dniester. Its source of this is the Carpathian Mountains here. Dniester. Another river is Bug River. Bug. B-U-G. Bug River. Northern Bug, Southern Bug River. You can notice that here. Then here is the Dnieper. D-N-I-E-P-E-R. Dnieper. Okay. So Dnieper, D silent, Dnieper River. Okay, Dnieper River. So Kiev is located on Dnieper. Okay, so this is called as Dnieper upland, this is called as lowland. Okay, you can notice the slope is like towards Black Sea. Okay, overall the drainage is towards Black Sea. So the river Dnieper, Southern Bug, Dniester, all these rivers are flowing where? Towards Black Sea. And another river is Donets here. Okay, so this part is very popular, friends. It's called as Donbass. This region is called as Donbass region. It's a very important socio-economic cultural region of eastern Ukraine. Okay, so this is a region which is considered to be very rich in coal deposits, as well as polymetallic nodules, as well as this region has polymetallic nodules in the Sea of Azov, and this region has metallic minerals here in this region. So it's kind of a Ukraine heartland here for mineral resource. You can see Donetsk here. So this region is called as Donbass. Donbass. I'll be addressing this again in the next slide. For all of you should remember, UPSC is going to ask you arrange the rivers of Ukraine from west to east. Okay, so Dniester, Southernburg, you can see Dnieper and Donetsk. So these rivers to be arranged from west to east or east to west. So be ready for these questions. Okay, all these rivers flow directly into the Black Sea or Sea of Azov. Notice this Donetsk river flows into Don. From Don, it flows into Sea of Azov. Okay, this you have to remember. So to the north of Sea of Azov is the Donetsk-Azov plateau. Okay, so this is where I am talking about to be rich in mineral resource, metallic resources here. Okay, and the water body is rich in polymetallic nodules and oil reserves here. Okay, so this particular region is under the control of Russia as of now. Okay, so please notice this Donbass. You can see this Donbass I was talking about here. Socio-cultural economic region of eastern Ukraine. Okay, mineral rich part is Donbass. It has two parts. One is Luhansk, another is Donetsk. Donetsk and Luhansk, friends. You have to remember these two. This is Donbass. So as of now, these two are already under the control of Russia, and Sea of Azov is under the control of Russia. Crimea is under the control of Russia here. So remember this. Okay, so please remember this, friends. Very important. Okay. So where is Donbass? Definitely we are expecting this question in the prelims exam. Donbass is a region located to the northeast of Azov, Sea of Azov. Okay, so very important. You have to remember the location. Now, let's come to Black Sea because we are expecting few questions on the Black Sea also. Okay, so Black Sea is a very important water body, friends. So Black Sea is not completely enclosed like Caspian. Okay, Caspian Sea is actually completely surrounded by land, but Black Sea is not. You can notice the Black Sea is connected to Sea of Marmara and Aegean Sea and to the Mediterranean Sea. Okay, so please remember, so Black Sea is actually not completely enclosed like Caspian Sea. So it is connected to Mediterranean Sea via Sea of Marmara here. Bosphorus and Dardanelles Strait can also be noticed here. Okay, so let's see the countries around Black Sea. First one, Russia here. Okay, so here Russia 1. I am marking it as 1. So please notice the Russian city Sochi here, a very popular resort as well as port shipbuilding center of Russia. Very beautiful place, friends. Sochi here. Then you have to locate Ukraine 2. Locate Sevastopol here. Notice Sevastopol, another very popular place. Okay, Odessa, a place called Odessa here. Okay, very important place here. 2 ports you have to remember. Ukraine. Then Romania 3. Remember, Moldova is landlocked. I told you, Moldova tried to make a land agreement with Ukraine so that it can access the Black Sea. It tried to exchange its land with Ukraine so that it can access Black Sea. But the talks failed. So even today, the Moldova remains landlocked. So I'm not marking that now. So Black Sea is bordered by Russia, Ukraine, Romania. Then please see Bulgaria here. 4. Okay. Please notice 5. Please notice 5. There is Turkey here. Notice that Turkey is a transcontinental. That is part of 2 continents. That is trans means what? Across. It is located across 2 continents. One is Asia here and this is Europe here. So please notice Istanbul region here. So Istanbul is located on the other side of the Sea of Marmara. Please notice this. Okay, Constantinople, historic city, trading center, Istanbul. Okay, please locate. So Turkey is the 5th. Then comes 6th one, Georgia. So these are the 6 countries around Black Sea, friends. So please remember 6 countries around Black Sea. So please remember this. They'll be asking you which of the following countries does not border Black Sea. Moldova will be given in the choice. Remember, Moldova does not border. It's a landlocked country. Like that, UPSC will be asking you Moldova, so that many students who have not noticed the atlas properly, they'll go for Moldova. Okay, so be careful. 6 countries. So this Black Sea is a very popular sea. Many rivers in Europe drain into Black Sea. Like for example, here Don River. Here Don. Right? I told you Donetsk is a tributary of Don, and Don flows into Sea of Azov. Okay, and we have Strait of Kerch here, connecting Sea of Azov to Black Sea. Okay, so Kuban River, another river called Kuban from Russia, flows into Sea of Azov. Kuban. I have given that here. Okay, Don, Kuban. Next, Kizilmark River from Turkey, from Anatolian Plateau. From Anatolian Plateau to Turkey, we have a plateau called Anatolian Plateau, friends, between Pontine and Taurus ranges. From Anatolian Plateau, Kizilmark is a river that flows into Black Sea. Black Sea. Then Danube River, friends. So Danube River takes birth from Black Forest, Germany. From there, it flows through many capital cities. Many capital cities are located on Danube River, and it flows into Black Sea. Some people pronounce it as Danube, but it's pronounced as Danube, friends. So Danube River flows from Black Forest, Germany, through many countries' capital, and then drains into Black Sea. Okay, so remember to locate Danube River from southern Germany. Please notice Austria's capital Vienna is located on Danube River. Then Slovakia's capital Bratislava is located on it. Hungary's capital Budapest is located on it. Serbia's capital Belgrade is located on it, and Romania's capital Bucharest is located on the Danube River. And finally, the river flows into Black Sea here. Since this river takes birth from Black Forest and drains into this sea, so this sea is called as Black Sea. Okay, please remember this. A very popular river, Danube here. And also notice another river, Dnieper and Dniester. Dnieper and Dniester rivers, and Southern Berg also. Southern Berg here, Dnieper here, and Dniester here. These are the other rivers that flows into Black Sea. Okay, so please remember, friends, you need to know everything about Black Sea now. So that is the reason I am mentioning it here. So Black Sea to the south is Bosphorus Strait, Sea of Marmara, Dardanelles, then Sea of Aegean or Aegean Sea. Okay, so please remember this. Aegean Sea is a very popular sea, friends. Okay, you have to remember this, between Greece and Turkey. Okay, so Black Sea is a very important water body, friends. It allows Russia to access Mediterranean Sea and other water bodies globally through Black Sea. So it has a lot of geopolitical importance in the present context. So hope all of you have enjoyed the class, friend. This has been a very small class, but I have tried to cover as many topics as possible, so that you all be able to understand this in a short span of time. So if you have any doubt, please make sure you send us a comment, send us your feedback as well as reviews, so that I'll be coming up with the new topics, friends, so that you'll be able to understand all the topics for the UPSC examination. Please remember, these topics, when you read them, remember that you are gaining knowledge here. So you have to remember that you are going to learn a lot of new things. So that's how this preparation is going to be very interesting. If you start considering that these places are so much to remember, why UPSC is asking all this, then this exam is going to be very tough. So I request you to enjoy the process of preparation. Think that you are gaining knowledge. Run behind knowledge, friends. Automatically the success will chase you. Okay. So please remember to attend my other classes. I am conducting a lot of classes, friends, special classes. There is free live classes on Indian geography. All of them are concept based classes. Soon I am going to start with NCERT 6th to 12th. That is from coming Wednesday. Please make sure you use my code MUPSC to enroll. If you have any doubts, you can also send me a message in our Unacademy course page as well as in the chat section, friends. Okay. So please make sure you enroll into our batches, so that you'll be able to complete your preparation for prelims as well as mains, friends. Okay. So one is fast track MCQ course, Another one is Mission 1 Year Batch Course for GS UPSC CSE 2023. Thank you, friends. I hope all of you enjoyed the class. Please make sure you like, subscribe to Unacademy, and also don't forget to send me your feedback. Thank you.